looks like we are working. So I'm going to go through this as if we are. All right, let's get into it. So we are going to talk about TradingView and how to set up the Strat scanners for TradingView. It's really simple. The basic plan, you can get 3 free indicators. So I always recommend volume for one, of course. And so then we're going to talk about 2 more. So I recommend, this one is called TheStrat Teach V2. Now it's saved as a favorite for mine, but you're going to type in TheStrat Teach, and it didn't work. That's so funny. Oh, because I had a space. TheStrat. And of course mine came right up because favorites right here, but you can teach V2 and it's gonna pop up. And so what it does is it adds the numbers, so you'll have the numbers on your screen to be able to see strat setups, and then it adds this nifty little box here that tells you a lot. So it can tell you basically what the average true range is per day, if it's in full time frame continuity or not, and if there's an actionable signal. So you can even see if on smaller time frames or even bigger time frames, if there's an actionable signal. Now, what I do want to point out is it does not always catch it. Oh, well, here is one. The 3, 2, and it says the possible 2 down reversal. So it tells you that there, even though, you know, the time frame continuity is green still. But I did want to notice, oh, this is showing the 212 in the day. Okay, when? Now, this is what I wanted to show you. So look at when on the week. Now, maybe it's not actionable because this 2 up is a hammer and it's green. But the actionable signal on this week would be a 2 up, 2 down reversal. So that's the only thing I want to point out, that I noticed that it may say it's not actionable. And in fact, if when did decide to reverse for some odd reason, the actionable signal on the weekly time frame would be the 2 up, 2 down. So that's dope. The next one is by Frankenbear, and it's this SSS 50 status. So you're going to type SSS 50 and it'll come right up. You click yes to this little disclaimer and boom. So this basically shows you when things are about to trigger, when to be on standby, and the targets and things like that. So like for instance, MRK is a failed 2 down that is on standby for the 50% rule on the month. So MRK, once it triggers, it tells you 91.38. That is the trigger for the SSS 50% rule on the month. I love this because, you know, it definitely gives you targets, precise targets, and, you know, standby. This changes. I always do recommend using your fibs because sometimes it won't catch it, or you might be able to see it before it catches it. For instance, Frank did explain to me that if this failed 2 down was not green, that it might not signal that it's about to trigger. So do keep that in mind. And I wonder if I can find one where, let me see, I think it was it BA on the day? Nope, I can't find it, so I'm not going to do it. I thought I had one that was, it had it where it started to trigger and it gave you a target. But I don't. Oh, maybe, no, not SPY. Did SPY do it? It did not. I don't even think it does it on the 2 week. Oh, it does do it on the 2 week. So I just learned something new. But anyway, yes, play around with this indicator. It's like the best at notifying you when something is about to um, do the SSS 50% rule. Okay, so basically that's all you need. This is the basic things that you need to set up your chart. Now, I in particular use EMAs. I have the 8, the 20, and the 200 that I use. I recently realized that I had the moving averages, simple moving averages on my chart instead of the exponential moving averages, which is what I normally use. So they're similar, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, this is what I normally use when I am gonna, because I need to redraw those. I use my 8 and my 20s, so and 200. But it's still pretty simple. It's the EMAs, the Strat indicator, and the SSS 50. All right, so next I wanted to show you Frank. We're going to talk about Frank. Here is his handle at Frankenbear. He created that beautiful SSS 50% rule scanner that you just saw. So he has some other things that I wanted to point out. This is a list of indicators that he also created on TradingView. You can follow him here on TradingView and then just go to scripts, and basically you can see this entire list of things that he has, signals. I really like this because he said this indicator is strictly for helping people like myself learn the Strat method by Rob Smith. So there are quite a few indicators on here you can play around with. He also has created, these are similar, but one is for the ASX 300 and one is for the S&P 500. I'm going to go through this one because that's what I normally use. But this is like the best scanner I think I've ever seen in my life. It's incredibly detailed. It's taking forever to open, but it's because it has so much greatness. And this needs to be bookmarked on your screen, Control D, Command D if you have a Mac, however you do it. But you need to save this scanner because it's very detailed and it's really a one-stop shop. And if I can get it to open, it would be like absolutely wonderful to show you guys. There we go. All right, so to start, you have all of this news, performance, daily news, weekly news, monthly, quarterly, yearly, bullish or bearish, right? So you have all of that you can look at in depth every day. This can be a part of your pre-market or end of day routine. Then you can just click on here and you can see the actual signals with the 2s and 4s. Scroll over, you got it on the day, the week, the month, the quarter, the year. All the 2s and 4s along with the watch list. I mean, this video would be long if I went through everything, but I mean, I'm just showing you like a opening. Here it is. You got to go through this and actually, like, it's so detailed. Look at this. So 2s by sector. So if you see, oh, money is flowing into energy. What is energy doing on the week, on the month, on the quarter, on the year, right? And then it's even a how to use it. He has these detailed how to use these and create watch lists into TradingView from this scanner. Then we have the full time frame continuity scanner, which, full disclosure, oh my goodness, I've been off my game a little bit ever since I left for vacation, honestly. But I've sat on my hands a lot, and this week I actually traded against full time frame continuity, and I'm upset on that. I swung a put on Apple that I definitely shouldn't have because that was going against time frame continuity. But anyway, so as you can see down here, it's updated every 5 minutes. So, this is so dope. Let's just look at it. Where is full time frame continuity? Green or red? Where is it? And then how do you make a watch list from this? So then you got your time frame continuity by stock. I mean, of course, look, this says right here, what's green? There are 109 that are green. So if you have a certain one that you look for, I recommend, like on this page, since there's so many, Control F or Command F. Control F, and then we can look for AMD, and boom, it takes us right to AMD. And it tells us what sector and what it's looking like on the day, month, year, quarter. Like, this thing is so dope. Then of course, we got it by sector as well here. My personal favorite is the SSS 50 scans. So this basically tells you, you can keep this up on the week, like what you have on the week, the month, the quarter. It tells you the failed ones, so you can watch those to trigger and become active, or if it's completed, or if it's still invalid. So like for instance, on the month, we see these so far have triggered on the month to the upside. So let's look at that, because I wanted to show you guys that on how this looks on the month. There we go. So here we go. CLX has triggered on the month. So what it did was it still gave us a standby, and our trigger was here at 144.38. So this also helps you stay into a trade, because if you know that it's still in force, then it's still good. And then you have your target. Your target here is 150.33. So I absolutely love this scanner for that, even for the year. It tells us if it's, yeah, that's beautiful. So, and then you have just, ticker info here and strat combos that you can use. So that's his scanner. Frank, you are totally awesome for making these, and he did this for free. Like this person said, it's freaking amazing. All right, and then so I wanted to also bring to your attention Finviz. It's another free scanner that you can use. And what you would do is, I have these set up, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You go to Screener, and you're going to go to All, right? So you're going to set your parameters here, and these are the parameters that you want. So you can do, I want over $15. I want it to move at least $1 per day. I want the average volume. I've always had a thing of I want it over 1 million average volume. I want it to be optionable. And then you have a list here. It gives you 791 tickers. Right? So I sort that by volume, because I want to see, where the money is. What are they buying? Right? And then you can sort by candlestick. I love hammers. So what had hammers on the week? What had shooters on the week? Well, on the day, excuse me, on the day. None. There were no shooters on the day. Was there any indecision on the day? That shows some indecision. Was there a gravestone doji? Nope. Maybe a dragonfly, since it was pretty bullish. Nope. It was mostly strong. So all of these, you can change these to your parameters and figure those out. Please excuse my children in the background. All right, and last but not least is Run Strat. I love this because this gives you strat setups specifically, so you can combine all of these and kind of make these work for you. So you have it here on the day, the week, the month, and what it does is it lists it for you. You got inside, then it goes to outside, reverse down, and reverse up, rev strat up. Sorry, I had to tell my children to stop screaming for a second before y'all thought that something was going on over here. Anyway, so again, like I said, you have those parameters, and then you can change this. So if you want, I like the $15, and if I wanted to change this to 1 million, I can do that, and then I can filter it that way, and it can show me more results. if you also have a specific pattern that you like, if you like 3-2 reversals, if you like double insides, you know, if that is specifically your thing, you can look for that pattern. If you like rev strats, you can look for rev strats with, whatever pattern you want. If you aren't just doing the strat, you can do any. So, if you just like reversals, if you just like inside, y'all know how much I love inside bars, you can filter it that way. So, I just wanted to really give you a quick rundown on how to use these scanners and set up TradingView for best success with the strat. I mean, if you know how to trade the system and you have these scanners to find your plays, there's nothing you can do. All right, I'm out, guys. Have a good one. I had to figure out.